This month, I've decided to do my Wildlife Wednesday collaboration just a little bit different. Seeing any wildlife is a special experience, an experience worth protecting. It is our job as visitors to understand the ways to protect wildlife while we are in their natural habitats. By doing so, we can preserve the quality of the experience for future generations to enjoy, just as much as we do. It is frightening to witness people getting too close for comfort to wild animals. It is not uncommon for people to try and feed deer or try and get a little selfie with a bear to post to social media for all our friends to see. Not only are these occurrences a hazard for our personal safety, but it also poses a threat to wildlife. Seeing a black bear and their cubs for the first time is an exciting moment. For many people, the possibility of seeing wildlife can be a main attraction for getting out and experiencing nature. If you see wildlife, it is important to remember these few tips and tricks I'm about to give you on how we can keep animals wild. Know before you go. Every park is unique and has specific guidelines, including minimum wildlife viewing distances and food storage requirements. Before you head out on the trail, take a few minutes to review the park's rules. Keep your eyes on the road. Vehicle strikes are one of the most deadly types of encounters for wildlife. Roads cut through their habitats or migration routes. Be sure to watch for wildlife that may dart into the road. When you want to stop to watch wildlife, pull your vehicle completely off the road into a designated pullout. This keeps wildlife safe as well as you and other motorists. Give animals room. The best way to stay safe when watching wildlife is to give animals room to move. Many places require you to stay a minimum distance of 75 feet from most wildlife and 300 feet from predators like bears and wolves. Parks provide a unique opportunity for us to view animals' natural behavior in the wild. In general, if animals react to your presence, you are too close. If you're close enough for a selfie, you're definitely too close. Use binoculars or a zoom lens and move back if wildlife approaches you. Let wildlife be wild and observe from a distance. Do not disturb. Even when you're farther away, leaving wildlife alone can help your viewing experience. Plus, it's the law. It's illegal to feed, touch, tease, frighten, or intentionally disturb wildlife. Remember that wildlife in parks are wild and can be unpredictable when they are disturbed or surprised. Interacting with wildlife also can cause harm to both people and wildlife, including injury and disease. Store your food and stash your trash. Feeding wildlife can make them come looking for more. To an animal, anything that smells like food is treated like food. Access to trash and even crumbs left on a picnic table can attract them. Once they have learned that people are a source of food, wildlife can become aggressive towards people. This puts you at risk of injury and the wildlife at risk of being removed and humanely killed by wildlife managers. Don't be responsible for the death of wildlife. Keep a clean picnic area or campsite and store your food and dispose of garbage in your proper containers. Use wildlife-resistant food storage or trash containers where available or required and make sure they're securely closed. See something? Say something. Tell a ranger if you come into physical contact with wildlife. Also, tell a ranger if you see wildlife that are sick, dead, or acting strangely, including wildlife that approach you. And when you see people who aren't following these guidelines, let them know what they can do to be a smart wildlife watcher, too. And contact a ranger if necessary. Be responsible. Ultimately, staying safe and keeping wildlife wild is up to you. When you go out into a park, it's your responsibility to keep yourself, your family, and the wildlife safe. So remember, you can help keep yourself and other visitors safe and wildlife wild by setting a good example. Remember to treat wildlife with proper caution and respect. The safety of these animals, as well as your safety, depends on everyone using good judgment and following these simple guidelines. This video today is part of a collaboration of other YouTubers that respect wildlife. Be sure to check out their videos as they show you the wildlife in their area. They have taken precautions to bring you their experiences with wildlife by following these simple guidelines. Let's all work together to keep wildlife wild.